Welcome back to the Reggies. You're here with three blokes, three Queenslanders who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. Just quickly, that came through that seal then on this deep heat tube.
True.
Wow.
The smell came through. It's that strong.
Yeah.
It's also, it's been sealed up for nearly 3 years, so it's waiting just to be punctured.
The little aluminium sealing strip, it came straight through, went up my nose. What are we going to go with first, boys?
Well,
We've got
mate,
a bit
I
of
think,
an announcement.
Yeah,
first.
we surprised them because we thought there was only going to be two, but we've been
yeah,
able to made
true,
it three.
true. Yeah.
Which is nice, mate. Before you go over on your trip, you fucking pumped or what?
I'm really looking forward to work in about 2 hours. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. You're going to do heaps.
Nah, all good. Had the worst sleep I've had ever, I reckon, today. Just like trying to do shit still.
Figuring shit
Well,
out.
this is
Yeah.
negative. I
Get
was
over
expecting
it.
a more positive chat.
Yeah, but I'm pumped. Like once I wake up tomorrow after I have a little camp, I'll be fucking rare.
Is there a way that your holiday and you being away is my fault?
What do you mean?
Usually when shit goes wrong. on the
Nothing's
Reggies.
gone wrong yet.
Nah, yeah, true.
Will be, though, when it
Yeah.
does.
If there's one single flight missed, it'll be your fault, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to double check. That's what we're rolling with.
But I am going to be dodging missiles because I'm flying straight to Doha. So
Ooh, nice.
we got Brizzy to Doha and then Doha on to Scandinavia. So.
Well, while you're doing that, watch that 9/11 documentary.
okay.
That's a pretty good one. I think it's a 2 or 3 parter. So while you're in the air.
Yeah, no, that'll be good.
Make you feel real safe.
I'm going to probably get mistaken for one of the Queensland staff tomorrow, though, because I'm wearing RM's fucking some chinos, like the beigey colour.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
And me Queensland.
You look fresh out of the fucking
Not a jersey,
box.
it's like a polo
Yeah.
Formal.
around the fucking airport.
Mate, no
Formal
one's mistaken
Queenslander.
you. They know it's G1G on their flight.
Well, that'll Greg Inglis. But
I
news.
tried to get you, actually. You could have been mistaken for Shibasaki.
oh yeah, I'm not doing that the day I leave.
You have the strongest facial hair out of us three, and you've done the Merv Hughes.
Yeah, I know, but I
handlebars
was
before.
just going. I wasn't doing anything.
I would have done it if you could see my mo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. If mine was the same colour, except I would have just looked like Khabib or fucking
Tom
Islam. So.
fucking Makachev over here.
Yeah. That's right. I couldn't have done fuck all.
There's a few blokes in my work crew that have actually been doing it too.
But the flight leaves it's scheduled for 10:15, so it should be perfect timing, sort of thing. Like it might be. I might have to sit on the plane and watch the end. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you should be
Depends
right,
when they
though.
board.
I'm sure you won't be the only one.
Airplane mode's a myth anyway.
It
is.
You have said that. Oh, good. Flying, dodging missiles, and there'll be people with their phones on.
Yeah.
That's what'll
that's
bring
right.
you down, is
Yeah.
someone connecting to
Your
Wi-Fi.
phone.
Yeah, somehow. I
Jason's
need to have
phone.
mine on airplane mode down here.
But anyway, we made it happen.
Yeah.
The other thing, the other little small detail that we're
Just
just going
tiny.
to drop on them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm excited for this because, look, we are going to drop back to one show.
Yep.
That's the main announcement here. We are going to drop back to one show, and it's going to come out on a Thursday morning.
Yep.
Like the fucking good old days.
Yeah.
Oh, the
When
good
we
old
first
days. Remember
started.
them, boys?
But what we're going to do is we are going to split it.
Yeah.
So, because we've got Neds, our wonderful wagering partner, the Punch Show will still be sponsored by them. The Punch Show is not going to change
Yeah.
at all.
No.
It's going to be as per, bang, probably about an hour,
Yeah.
as it normally is, or just under. But we're going to split, and we're going to put 30 to 40 minutes worth of
Yeah.
sport at the start.
Yeah, the major highlights or talking points from us from the last weekend. Obviously, still do the tips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things that 2 times a week coming in here, sort of thing. We can blend it into one, back to like it used to be. Grope's also going away for the next sort of 6 weeks, and a lot of stuff going on. And we want to do one of these things where we want to keep doing this and keep having a mad time. So taking it back to one, committing to that, Wednesday night record, covering a bit of everything, and just funnel it into one show.
Practicality makes so much more sense, but don't think that you're going to be getting less content of either sport or the punt. It's going to be, if you were there for the first year and you remember it, it'll be like that. You're just getting more punt, if anything.
There'll just be a clear break, like a gap in between. So we'll almost finish the sport. We'll probably hit pause, grab a drink or
Put
whatever.
the Ned socks on.
and then
Get into our punting.
Yep.
But yeah, you won't notice much difference at all, I wouldn't have thought. The plan was that I wasn't supposed to be here tonight. And first recording I send in next week was me just up his about changing as soon as
I've been
I've
gone
left.
for 1 week.
Yeah, you soft cunts. But,
Jakes, what have you done?
Yeah.
like we said, boys, everything is going to be the same. It's just one of those things that we've all got a million fucking things going on.
Yeah.
We want to keep this going as long as we can without it sort of starting to feel like a chore, which it doesn't, but you don't want it to end up like that.
Yeah, that's
so we
right.
come in, bang it out, talk about the sport, bit of a pause, Ned socks, punting, off
Yeah.
we fucking go, boys.
We've sussed it all out with the olds. Made sure they were good.
Yeah.
Basically just told them.
Too
Yeah.
fucking bad if they
I
weren't.
actually haven't rang B1 yet and told
Oh, yeah.
him, but I'm sure he'll fucking sook about it.
Yeah.
But
We'll be recording later on a Wednesday
later
night.
on a Wednesday, so you'll still have a bit of time. The boys will after work or whatever to do a bit of form and have a look. And look, Moods' podcast comes out on a Wednesday, so
Yeah,
it's
so
all
Barb's
good.
will be able to listen, put his
Yeah,
tips in still.
That's right.
He just might be a bit more strict on his time management.
Did you see your $1.30 that got rolled?
Yeah,
got rolled
she's
by
an artist.
Bridal Waltz, who's
Yes.
a Moody Coleman, but they're on a break. Moody on the mic's on a break. So
yeah.
unlucky there, B1.
She's
but
an
he got a
artist,
winner.
Is shit.
Yes.
B1
She's
got a
shitter.
winner. He just thought, hang on a minute, he's getting a bit close here, old B2. Hey, fuck off.
Yeah, good.
B1 got a winner, so did I, mate.
Yeah, I know, but we were
Overful.
talking about B1.
Yeah, you're talking about me too.
Oh,
Don't
same
leave
horse.
me out. I need the credit. I
Same
deserve.
horse.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was a good tip, boys.
Yeah.
I was on that myself. Well fucking done.
I broke
Only
the
ones that got
streak.
up.
We were on a hot streak on Saturday morning.
I sort of did with that
Fucking,
first one.
Pedro's. Oh, anyway, this is for the punch show, but
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
here, so you can get fucked. All the footy ones were still riding from the night before. Keto got a place, Rocket got a place, you's got the win, and I went, oh,
Yeah.
it's down to
Pressure's
me. And he just, anyway, bucketed.
It was building
off.
up to be my fault.
Bucket off. It was pretty much.
Should have been.
You should have broke the streak first.
Yeah, exactly. So I apologise. boys.
I think we've said all that needs to be said about the state of origin. Obviously, there's a one, sad part about this week, and that's Munster's old man passing away while he was in camp. Early 50s, I believe.
Yeah.
So, not like... I'm not sure if he had health issues or anything like that, but that's not the point.
Nah.
The thing is, condolences go out to Cameron and all his family.
Yeah.
And hats off to him for sticking his hand up and saying he's going to play on Wednesday.
Mate, it's one of those things that, like, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid if he said I can't play.
Yeah,
Because,
100%.
fuck, man, I've never gone through that. And obviously, fucking I hate to think of the day that I have to.
Yeah.
And to carry the state on your shoulders, captain
Yeah.
into a decider down in Sydney, man, if he does play, the whole state will be behind him. And I'd say
100%.
the boys are all going to lift. But like I said, it's not really about that. Like when
No.
it comes down to this sort of thing, the most important thing that I hope they're all right. And it's just a tough time to go through, eh?
It is hard not to think of it, of what it means footy-wise, but you saw when Billy made the announcement and the whole team standing behind
Yeah.
the coach and their captain. The unity is there, and I think that's why Munster's going, I'm coming back Wednesday night.
I had a feeling he was always going to play. Like, as soon as I heard it, I went, I reckon he'll play just because, like, I don't know.
wouldn't be surprised if
and
he
you
didn't.
don't know their relationship, right? But like if they grew up and his dad had a lot to do with his footy and that, it's
Yeah.
and you're just assuming, but he's probably going, well,
Dad would want me to play.
yeah, maybe. I'm not
Yeah.
going to assume or whatever, but yeah, obviously it's a fucking horrible thing, man. And
Yeah.
I just hope the team and family get around him and that. I hope the media leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like I
Some
just hope-
things
Until
are just
at least after.
Yeah,
you know,
just like I just hope they just let him go. Don't
leave him
bomb
until
with
he
questions.
lifts the shield. Then you can ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah, some things
how
are
he-
just bigger than footy at times.
Well, I reckon no matter what now, he's not going to. Like, obviously, he'll be disappointed if we don't get the result, but it'll all just be well, that doesn't matter. You know?
Exactly. He'll
What
be
I
keen
mean?
to get back to his family
Yeah.
and to things that matter off the field.
Yep.
But yeah, I think we've harped on about it enough. Is Toto out?
Nah. So what I saw today was one
let
of
me
their
have a look.
reporters for Fox got told off pretty much to stop trying to snoop around the camp. Payne Haas wasn't training at all, and Brian Toto was pretty much limping around. But the New South Wales coaching staff has said to the media, and all they've been saying to the media is everyone will be there, everyone's healthy, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
so it
right.
sounds like there's a lot of cortisone getting around the New South Wales camp.
Well, I just know that Jacob Kiraz is right in the market for first try scorer.
Is he?
Yeah, like
It's
$7.
it's going to be like
so.
an hour before kickoff. We're going to know.
He is
kind of thing.
in the like it's not like he's 18th man sort of thing. It's like you are in the side. I think he's shorter than he wouldn't be shorter than B2. Brian Toto is now Tom Button, by the way, B2.
Yeah.
Well, Ty's still named here, but
Yeah.
you're right. Come an hour before kickoff when they have the, Amiso, Tabuafido, Cairns Kangaroos.
Well, hang
we
on.
might be seeing Jacob Kiraz.
He's not anymore.
How are we feeling about
not.
Shibasaki? How you reckon he's feeling, boys?
Because he's a bit older. I reckon it's right.
I can't see a world where Shiba doesn't score.
I think just the outbreak of goatees around the state of
It's a
Queensland
revolution.
is awesome.
I have never seen so many people get around haircuts, facial hair, tattoos, any sort of thing. But for some reason, everyone is lifting for the full mid-2000s divorced dad goatee that Shibasaki's rocking.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
I fucking love it.
He's a great bloke to bring in, I reckon, just
Yeah.
because of the defensive
100%.
capabilities. He's up against Stephen Crichton.
That'll be a good match. And he's matched up against him in a performance where we battered the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
off the
yeah,
back
yeah.
of his performance, but he's had some tough matchups this year. I'm just excited to see how he's going to go. He's got nothing to lose. A bloke who was playing Japanese rugby 2 years ago
Yeah.
on a train and trial with the Broncos 4 months ago.
Yeah.
He's going to go in there and just take it like it's his last Origin. First
We
and
are
last, because it could be.
getting value for money at Brisbane Broncos for him.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, fuck yeah.
100%.
I had a look too. Looks like it's going to be sunny, 19 degrees.
Well, that's odd.
About 19k winds, so it's
This
like
is
it
in
should
Sydney,
be.
right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Nah,
Wow.
can't
That's
be
it there.
right.
Oh, it's a Wednesday. It's not a Saturday, and it's not at Rose Hill.
Yeah,
so-
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
all right.
makes a lot more sense.
But yeah, so it should be just like a bit of a tidier game, you'd think.
Yeah.
No wet weather footy.
I heard 2% of ticket sales to the Queensland fans.
Really?
So
Loud and proud.
She gonna be blue.
that's a lot
Loud
of
and
them,
proud.
but they've sold it out, so well done to them.
Yep.
Fucking,
About time they did something.
it's good. It's good. It's
About
good
time
to-
they reached the benchmark of what state of origin
I
should be.
saw a few results from previous deciders at what do they call it? Like not what it's the sponsor name of the ground, but
A Homebush.
Homebush.
Yeah, righto.
And in recent years, obviously we had the 2019 one where New South Wales threw it about 40 years forward. Remember the Tedesco?
Yeah.
Try in the corner. Yeah.
Anyway, 2013, Queensland got the win. And
That was the streaker,
We
wasn't
had
it?
another win. Yeah, it was. The Gordon. It was Gordon.
Goatee. Yeah, Goatee. Hopefully Goatee does that tomorrow night.
So it's not like we haven't won there in a decider.
Yep.
We just, as you know, haven't won one after we lost the first game.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
although it's not possible for us to
No.
win, at least we have won there before
In
in
a
a decider.
decider.
Yeah. History shows there's a chance, but maths show that
But
we
after
can't
the
possibly
first
win.
game, we can't really win a decider in Sydney. After losing the first game
It's impossible.
up in Suncorp.
It can't
Up
be
at
done. It has not been done. It will not be done.
Yeah.
What are you
did you
thinking? Have you put a little multi on?
I haven't put
I've got
multi
a
on yet.
multi. I've got a couple little
Multi.
bets.
Let me just give fucking Neds a pump up for their player pumps that they're offering, which I think both are great value out the wazoo. So it's Matt's bet of $50.
Righto.
But Brian Toto to score a try in the first 75 minutes is paying $2.
Right.
And Hammer to score a try in the first 75 minutes is paying $3.
Does
Jeez, that's
Kiraz
juicy.
substitute in for
Well, I
two?
don't know. I don't know how it works, but I just look at
does
that
Kiraz
and go, "Fuck me, that's pretty juicy."
That is juicy.
Yeah,
and
like
that's
I
what you
said.
get with Neds. That's just what you get.
Hang on a sec.
Hey, why, is that the bet you're putting on, Tom?
I'll chuck them on, but my one that I'm going with is just the nostalgic one. I'm going Queensland to win 1-12, Hammer to score, and Big Papa to fucking steam
To
over
score.
under the
Fairy
sticks.
tale. Wouldn't
Wow.
Queensland
67-79.
just erupt? We would burn.
I want to go unders because I'm just hoping it's going to be
Like an arm wrestly sort of game.
because that'll suit them. I
Deciders
suppose, so.
recently have proven unders is
I know,
smart.
but that'll suit them. So hopefully Yeah.
And whoever wins, I just hope fuck knuckle tucks his whistle in his pocket.
From Bathurst, that bloke from Bathurst.
Just please,
Well-
brother, can there not be any whinging about the ref stuff? Can
He
it
doesn't
just
need
be-
to
Either
cheat.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what? Like, just come on, Bruss. Let's just watch some
Yeah.
fucking.
He doesn't need to cheat his way into making a decider because that's definitely what happened in game 2. Like it was completely he cheated so Queensland, get to decide on more money.
Yeah,
this one
true.
doesn't matter who wins, so he
They
just
needed
officiate.
they needed the joint to sell out.
Just make it
Yeah.
like last year. That
Yeah.
third game where it was an arm wrestle. They ended up getting over the top of us, but there wasn't even any word of anything.
No.
It was like, fuck, they just scored when they needed to and won.
yeah.
Speaking of nostalgia with your multi, did you see Billy lacing up the boots in training camp today?
Yeah.
Billy's got the bib on, the long socks, and the boots, and that good old fashioned Billy step holding the ball out past his body. And I just went, it's
good to see, isn't
hard to go back to Munster, I know, but when your captain is going through a tough time and your coach has laced up the boots and said, boys, their mantra this whole camp has been the Neville Nobodies in 95. This is their chance. They can't win.
Munster
There's just
loves
no
Billy
chance.
too.
Mate, it's
Young
I'm
William.
just picturing it, man. Like you'd think they'll do a minute of silence and stuff like that before. I'm just
Sure.
picturing
Black
the
armbands.
emotion,
you
man.
reckon?
That'll be
Yeah.
well. You'd think so.
There'll be some sort of tribute.
out of respect, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just think, fuck me. Imagine your mate or you having that happen, and then
Yeah.
you're about to play the biggest game of your life.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's minute silence. Fuck. There's going to be some
early
emotions
emotions,
and
yeah,
sure.
passion, you
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
So I think it'll be a fucking great game. Out of all three, I know it's easy to say now, but I honestly look at both of them now and I feel like looking at both sides, for me personally, it's the most even game that I'm expecting to
Yep.
sort of... I just feel like with those two starting up front, Tino and Papa,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just feel like we got those big cunts.
That's
Yeah.
crazy that they've brought him back, eh?
Oh,
Like-
I know. And
It's-
we've just carried, like, the whole state's been like, "Yeah, Papa." Like I said, like he's a superhero.
There is no way New South Wales are going, oh, we don't care about him. He's too old now. They
Well, that's
are
right. They've
terrified.
been talking about him all week, no doubt.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been able to help it. They
Yeah.
would have been like, no outside noise, but in little groups at training, they'd
You've
be
got-
like, oh, what are you ringing me this fucking
a
public?
Queensland great coming back into the team. You've got a bloke with a goatee that's got most of the nation shaving their facial hair for him. Like that.
The state.
I'd say, neutral fans also love the goatee as well. They'd be backing in the boys. You've got a bloke coming off a heartbreak with Jamie Chapman.
Yeah,
Wow.
heartthrob game.
Well, let's not go there.
Yeah, video might say
We're
otherwise.
still not real sure what's happened, but geez, it's an interesting week to bring it up. She's diehard New South Wales, so
There's been a few wild player celebrations.
Yeah,
Getting milk, the girls.
really,
Yeah, the old.
wow.
on all fours.
Yeah.
Probably
I
a
saw,
tribute to Canberra.
Hopefully the
you'd imagine.
blokes don't do that.
I saw, yeah, I saw.
Can't
I
milk
want
a
to know
bull.
what they're milking.
What's his name? Sherry Evans do the
The old man?
walking
Fucking
stick.
Yeah, that's
under
good,
his
eh?
arm. That
I
was
saw that Dragons do the Piggy Riddell.
Yeah.
Sitting in the crowd and fucking
was good.
clap at himself,
Yeah.
herself.
It's fucking good stuff.
Yeah.
My little multi
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got is just 2 legs again. It worked for me last game. I'm going Queensland.
That's what you've got.
Thanks, mate. I'm going Queensland to win because $3 value at the wazoo.
That is
it's a bit of a shit multi because we can't win. But if there's some chance that the
Yeah.
stars and the space and the Swiss cheese lines up, $3 into Shibasaki. I think that has to happen.
Yep.
The Goatee scores $8.50 for that.
Nice.
And if we win, off the back of game 2 winning man of the match, the captain lifting in a tough time, I can't see Munster not getting the Wally Lewis medal. If we win this series, it's his to take.
Yep.
I agree.
So $5 for that outright.
win
you
tomorrow.
can't multi it, but
Oh, is that for money to get?
that's to get money to get Wally Lewis medal. So
Yeah.
$5 just for that outright in itself.
Yep.
Well, I've just gone Queensland knows. $3 is outrageous for an Origin decider.
I know.
But it just again reiterates that we probably can't.
Neds are
get
telling
it
us we
done.
can't win.
Hammer any time, and then the old faithful Valentine first.
Yeah. Oh, can he do
love
it?
Come on, just do it once for me.
Please.
Yeah. Anyway, bit of NRL
Yeah.
from the weekend.
Yep.
The Bulldogs.
Oh.
Before we talk about the Bronx, let's just talk about what has happened here and how much pressure is now on Gus, Seraldo, anyone who had anything to do with that decision making in the last 2 months. You'd want to make sure this comes off because you were on top of the table in the premiership halfway through the year, and now you've told this bloke to leave, or they've, signed contracts with other clubs, and you've got some 19-year-old kid in after he told the previous club, I don't want to fucking be here.
Mate, you gotta think those decisions were made a lot earlier than the public found out. Probably not expecting the team to do that well, because fucking surely, when they were just running hot, didn't even have a chink in the armour. Surely they won't go, let's fuck a couple of these guys off. Like, surely that was because obviously a lot of chats and stuff would get talked about on the board meetings and that behind the scenes.
Yeah,
because otherwise, man, it just literally makes no sense.
It baffles me. If you're driving on the highway and you've got 4 tyres that work perfectly fine,
Here we go.
You're not going to pull over and get the car jack out and go, let's put the spare tyre on.
Yeah, well,
that's old and scraggly and shit, and it might be.
Well, it's new. It's new and unproven.
It's just a cheese cutter. It's a skinny cunt.
It's a little,
it's new.
It's a little skinny cunt.
It's unproven on the
wobble.
road.
Yeah,
we don't know if it can handle the bumps and
It's
bruises
the up
of
to
the Bruce.
80k one.
Yeah.
Can't handle the off-road.
You tell Reed
battles.
Marnie to go because you want to try and make it work, and then now you've told Sexton, who's been playing a bit of hooker, to go as well.
So what? So Marnie's going to the Cowboys,
Yep.
and Sexton's going to Catalans Dragons, isn't
Correct.
he, for 2 years?
Yep.
I'm
was
pretty
it
sure.
them
He's going to
Dragons?
Catalans.
Well, I'm glad I didn't say Illawarra.
It's hard to just anytime an NRL player goes to the Super League. Usually, if they're failing, this guy's actually playing good footy. He's going to win 5 Man of Steals and come back.
Mate, he's going to go
it
plug
is-
a bit of hole for a couple of years, kick
Bevan
ass.
French.
Bevan French,
Look at that.
Brody Croft,
Oh, Bev-
Ben Barber, all these names go over there, and then it's like, fuck, it's easier over here. Why would you not go to the south of France and play a bit of bar?
South of France. Is that
I think so.
is that where Catalans is?
I'm pretty
believe
sure
so.
it's around there.
Yeah, right.
Definitely France.
There you go.
But yeah, mate, it fucking baffles me really.
Oh yeah, it's
I
like,
don't
and they were good. It was 18-0. Let's not forget that.
Mate,
Or
I was on the
16-0.
way in a fucking driving to where we were going, watching the first half on my phone, and it was 18-0 at half time. I didn't even look at the screen. We got the pub, said g'day to everyone, didn't even really look up. And then
Yeah.
I looked up at the end and they won. I went, hey,
So
what the fuck?
let's not fucking sugarcoat anything. The Bronx played footy for 15 minutes. They were shit otherwise.
Yeah, right.
It was just the classic Bronx dropping it, errors.
Yeah.
Reynolds kicking from inside his own half and trying
pressure on him
trying to
was
do
just-
these hero plays,
Yeah.
and we just hate. The Bronx hate to try and build pressure. I've worked out.
Broncos.
We
if
don't
it's-
build pressure. We try and score on every play.
If we don't score on second tackle, fuck! What do we do?
So, but they didn't give up like they have previously.
Yeah.
And once that fucking centre scored with 18 on his back, I forgot his name again.
Deloise Huetor.
Yeah. Not
Huetor.
Yeah, like the horse.
Yeah.
Once he scored, and I saw them react because he's had a big, like he hasn't had the easiest run to get in. He's had injury after injury and this and that and setbacks and all that. When he scored and everyone did the fucking Penrith Panthers jump on each other, the celebration, I was like, fuck, the boys are up for this.
Yeah.
Like, we might steamroll these.
Followed by that was Billy Walters scooting on his 100th game scoring.
What is William? He's just decided he's a footy player.
Oh, he comes on wearing the number 14, and he is like, I don't know what the
He's
terminology-
changed the game a few
You know, in
times.
cricket, they say you're seeing it like a beach ball.
Oh, yeah.
And what do you call it in rugby league when you're coming on?
When you're
and
seeing the game.
He's just seeing the game.
He's seeing it like Thursday.
They're standing
He's reading
still.
it. He's reading it like no one else. It's literally a video game for him.
Yeah, mate, he has been unbelievable for us. So,
Yeah, you two would have been pretty happy with that. Like, obviously not the whole game, but getting the win.
Mate,
Yeah,
we
it's
had
like-
fucking
I
good.
think
We
we
had 7 players out in total from
the
our
fact
normal
that they
starting side.
didn't give up, and when they got a roll on, it was like, right, we've got them here. Let's don't stop. And it was just fucking
Ezra,
unbelievable.
everything he touched turned to gold.
And that's a credit to a bloke I work with because every week he fires him up by bagging him in the Broncos chat that I'm in because he doesn't think he's as good as what we all do, and I'm sort of in that corner as well. So every week when we, not going well, he'll go, told you Ezra's no good. And then he just carved up.
Set
And I
up
said,
3 tries.
Thank you, Daniel.
Some of those short balls
Please,
and the lines
sensible.
that they were running, you just go, oh my God. It was just like, I don't want to shit on a good second half performance, but very un-Broncos like. How many times in the past 5 years would we just go, nah.
Yeah,
These
we'll
are
try
right,
it
boys.
next week.
Oh, we didn't have all our players. Better luck next time, fellas. Like, dogs went to sleep, but the boys fired up. I was very impressed.
All of a sudden, the Warriors' top 4 position is not that safe because
The gap's
we've
closing.
got another bye. They've got to play another game. Obviously, if they win, it'll stay at that 4-point gap.
But they're without Mitch Barnett and without Lukey Metcalf.
Yeah, mate.
ACL's
Metcalf,
gone.
that's devastating. Eh?
Oh, did he?
Like he last week
Against
yeah.
Brisbane, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
He was
Just
like,
full body jolt and a hit from Piakura, and yeah, it was quite
I got a bit on
unfortunate.
old Brendan
Brendan.
Piakura.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a really good player. Like I don't doubt that, but man, he's almost playing 10 years too late. Like because of how fucking aggressive he is in
Yeah.
every tackle and just gives penalties away for like silly head highs. And
There's
that,
a-
because he's so aggressive
Just
and just
hooking in.
like the intent there is to just bash him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
There's a bit of Radley about him
oh geez, it gives me the
Oh,
shit.
in terms of it's either a penalty or it's a head knock.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of, like, he hasn't fouled a bunch, but he's had a lot of times of get off for 15 and test your noggin.
Sin bins and
because
stuff too. Like
he-
it's yeah.
It just comes out firing.
But when everything lines up and the timing's perfect, it's awesome.
Gee, you
Yeah,
can hit
yeah.
a hole.
But you can't do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like you can't just
Like, pick
time
your
the ears
time
off
to just
it.
try and smoke
Yeah.
some cunt.
Yeah. But anyway, I think he's going to be really good if he can get that out of
Yep.
this game.
For sure.
'Cause, yeah.
A lot of talent there. Just needs to kind of master it.
That Xavier, is it Williamson?
Wilson.
Yeah,
Fucking
Xavier
isn't he
Wilson.
going all right?
Yeah, that was a good game.
He's-
I thought he was
stood up.
playing well.
No Haas, no Carrigan in that forward line, and he really stood up.
Fucking massive person.
Huge bloke.
Yeah.
I want to get this friggin' Takura in there as well.
I think he's injured.
Yeah, I know, but if we get them two coming off the bench.
Quite large.
And you got Haas and Carrigan
Yeah.
starting. It's just, the forward depth that the Bronx have got is actually
It's a luxury.
fucking big, but we're still sitting 5th. But anyway.
Wait, we said if we got through this period with a few wins, we'd be happy.
Yeah, I am.
Sharks, Wars, Doggies.
I'm stoked. Like the Roosters and the Sharks are out of the 8 on 20 points, though. That's the thing, and we're on 22.
Oh, it's
So-
fucking close.
What's your thoughts on if Raiders can hold on to the minor premiership? Sorry, because I think they've got 2 buys still.
Yep.
And they've got a pretty good draw, I believe. in
Yeah,
the other game.
I think we said last week that they got a pretty easy run home. And
Soft run home like Geelong in the AFL.
Oh yeah, let's go back to that. They do have an easy run, but when you play games, like I know there's the old cliche of if you're going to win the minor premiership, you're going to be good, you're going to have a couple slip-ups, but it feels like it could become a routine thing where they're winning games against the Dragons like this or lower tier sides, if you know what I mean.
The last 3 weeks, right, they've played the Tigers, who they just held on, 16-12. They were up 16-0, and the Tigs, Campbelltown, fucking stood up. Then they beat the Knights by 4 points, 22-18, and then they've beaten the Dragons by 4 points.
Exactly
they're-
my point.
But they're winning, though.
They're
Yeah,
winning,
yeah.
they're getting
They're
there,
winning.
but it's a team that you go, how threatening and how deep are they going to
But
go
I
in
suppose
September?
those 3 you talked about, how many times this year especially have we seen teams that should not beat other teams beat them? But they've held on in those 3 games and didn't let it happen. And I suppose that's why they're at the fucking top, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
When did they lose last?
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. The Dogs in week 10.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's right. Second
they
half
went-
comeback from the Dogs.
What have they gone? 1, 2, 3.
Look, I think they can win the minor premiership, but I think when it comes September, if you've got the likes of Penrith and Melbourne sniffing around,
7 in a row. Just
it can
about.
be tough for them.
Yeah.
Jeez,
They might lift the shield.
Like
That's
we're
my
saying,
pick.
though, about the Dogs, unless they really find their own the next few weeks, you just really can't see them getting their momentum
I reckon
back.
they'll be
don't know.
okay once you get through this origin period
Yeah,
and
get
they work
everyone
out what
back.
they're going to fucking do.
But they're not that affected by it. They have Max King and Stephen Crichton out.
Like, have they got another hooker they've
talking
signed?
Galvin.
Bailey Hayward.
I'm talking Galvin.
He's meant to be taking the 9 position next
Okay.
year.
Is he like a up-and-coming lad?
He's
Like
off the
heavily
bench at the
touted
moment. They
sort of
kind of
Yeah,
use him as a
he
utility.
goes well.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll do well, but I still think pushing Reed Marnie out wasn't the right choice at all.
Well,
Whether he
Cowboys
was
would
the
be pumped.
scapegoat,
Marnie's going to learn big from this, I reckon. That, hey, maybe I can't be that little niggle and annoying bloke. And I reckon he's going to go, really, really well.
that is the best
Cows.
case scenario for the Cows when you're losing Reece Robson. If you're going to get Reed Marnie in, out of all the hookers on the market, that was their best
I think the Dogs
opportunity.
will be okay. I'm just like, the point I wanted to make is the pressure now that's on, that they've done to themselves. They've put pressure on themselves by making that decision, because now there's an easy scapegoat if they end up falling down the ladder. And it's going to be Gus and Serraldo and anyone who made this decision. And I'm like, why would you put
it's
that
like the
pressure on
timing
yourself?
of it, right? If you do it after the season, saying that you got a new thing to start with, but it just made zero sense.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking that they're going to be okay. They've got the cattle there, and they've got the blueprint of how they win.
Yeah.
And it's very, very. It's not like they have to do anything too extravagant.
It's just showing up,
Their game plan is very fucking solid.
Very simple
I
and
did
structured,
think it was extremely weird that we haven't mentioned too was before kickoff they moved Burton to the centres.
Yeah.
That was.
But it was
they
probably
were
just
trying
a
to
trial.
trying to give it a bit of a trial, but was it the right game to do so?
I don't know, man. You don't want to see them derail here, and although
It
it'd
is
be
all
comical.
right.
It'd be comical, but it'd just be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Surely Doggies fans are just going, you fuckwits.
Well,
they're a
they
massive
might
high.
be, but they also will be going, right, keep the faith.
and as well, they're thinking, oh, geez, think about some few years ago. We're still in a pretty great spot.
Yeah.
They will be back. They're going to learn from this sort of experience. Like you said, Gropes, the blueprint is there.
And it's simple and it's effective, and there's not really anything too flary that they got to do.
That
each
game,
week.
the way they lost was extremely un-Bulldogs-like. So
Not like our pack.
that's not going to continue, I don't think.
Chip chase from your own 10.
Oh, we just love it.
And what I'll say, actually, Renault, it looked like he had a terrible first half. Those two balls that he kicked out on the full, I think one was in the second half, but he absolutely laced both of them, and they went out on the full by a metre or 2 metres. And I'm going, that first one, we were in the shit in our own 30 because the Dogs' pressure was so good, and he's taken it upon himself to try and get us out and kick a hero kick 40-20. Went over the winger's head, and it was a metre or two off being unbelievable. And I'm going, do that still, because fuck, he laced them, man.
Yeah,
Both of
yeah.
them that he kicked out on the full, it wasn't like a shank or anything. He
Nah.
hit him as pure as anything. It was
a
just a
bit
little
off.
bit off. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
I don't want to
I'm okay
sound
with
like that guy, but to add to that first half had a bit of nothing's going your way just in terms of rugby league in general.
Yeah, but they were doing it to
Rubber the
themselves.
green.
Yeah,
sort of
like
stuff.
so just a bit rubber the greenie, yeah.
And
I'm
then-
not saying that, but like some of that first Dogs try, you just sorry, not the first one.
The second
one you just go.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
And that's what
like,
I said to myself at
there's a little bit
halftime
of weird
too.
shit.
I was like, that try was pretty lucky. Kicked it out on the full, dropped it. For fuck's sake. We should be down by more. And then,
The
that
reffing
20
wasn't-
minutes they
yeah.
played, unreal.
Yeah, the reffing wasn't bad. I'm not saying that, but it just was one of those games where we just couldn't get something going.
Bit
for
like
that first
second half State of Origin when Hammer goes to trap it with his foot
Yeah, that's just
and it hits his hand.
it's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
from
he's,
there.
I'm just going to be pumped if Hammer just catches a couple of big contested high bombs. Just be like,
Yeah, early.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. No rain to affect it.
Sorry, mate.
No, I was just going to fucking talk about the Raiders. Late comeback from the Dragons. Sticky just absolutely giving it to the media about Flanagan.
Yeah.
After
Standing up
saying
for him.
pretty much fucking leave him alone.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
dogs.
yeah. I love a good Ricky blow.
Yeah, he just fucking gives it to him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He gives it to him, mate.
And he was saying it from the point of view of he's got a son in the game now.
Yeah, and he
too.
goes, that's my biggest fear is fucking him just copping it because
Just
he's
piling on.
Yeah,
But
but
Flanagan had a good game.
yeah, scored
if,
one
If
late.
they had a one, I would have been interested to see what Shane said in the presser, because that's been the other thing. Flanagan has been quite vocal in the media about it,
Yeah,
whereas I think he should just not say anything because it is his son.
He's
Like, just
fueling the fire
Let
almost.
let his son just do the talking. And then after the game, if they had a one and everyone would have asked him, oh, he had a good game, just go, yeah, he had a good game. So did a lot of others.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you're going to go in there and say, stop talking about my son, the journos aren't going to go, well, we should stop talking about his son.
No, but
boys."
when he's talking about that he's going well and this and that, like, don't fuel that.
Just
'cause
completely
they are
block
losing,
it out.
You know?
The whole don't feed that like fire at all. Don't
No.
give it anything.
I thought the Cows were going to do the Storm, if I'm being perfectly honest, later on in that
Good
day.
weekend for 1 to 12s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, that just quickly, that one try from KO Weeks, he scored 3. But when he caught it, he looked like a fucking under, 16s kid playing under 12s.
Yeah.
He was just running through cunts.
One of
Yeah.
the tries of the year.
Very
He's,
impressive, man. And he's born in Sydney! Is he?
Would be nice to have
awesome.
that stock
He's needed
sniffing around.
another ease.
Get another fullback in the ranks.
But very impressive, man. He's just fucking in a real hot streak of form.
He's I don't know if it's fair to say unsung hero, but he's one of those blokes in the Canberra team that have really lifted this year. Doesn't seem to be getting much of a spotlight.
I think he's a Kiwi, boys.
Well, it says, I thought I looked up his Wikipedia.
It does
and
say
said born in
birthplace Sydney, but he's a player of Maori descent.
So he
So-
might. So I don't know where his allegiance lies.
No,
I
we're not
suppose.
sure.
I
But
just looked
anyway.
up he was born in Sydney and assumed. Shouldn't
Played for the Asquith Magpies, which is Sydney.
Yep.
So if he, I don't know where.
Just
that
in case
Well,
they
if he
need a
pulls on-
sixth-string fullback.
If he pulls on the Kiwi jersey, he's ineligible for Origin. So let's hope for that.
Yeah. Go to the Bros, Kaya.
Yeah, I would. If I had a choice like him, I'll Fox.
But yeah, the cow, like you said, Gropes, the Cows weren't far off, mate.
they were all right.
6
They
points.
were all right. The Storm, gritty win.
Both seriously Origin depleted teams.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Somehow the Cows have got 5 in Origin.
It's wild.
Or not 5, but
One of my mates is a Cowboys fan, and he just said, he's like, why do we have so many good players, but we're so shit? And I really didn't think about it until I saw how many Origin players were out. And I'm like,
yeah.
good point.
No, they had a good go.
I think I read in the upset in the Tigers versus Roosters game, boys, the Fainu brothers. I think
Yeah.
that's the first time 3 brothers have ever scored a try in the same NRL game ever.
Wow.
Pretty sure I read that. It might have been one of Rando's stats. He's pretty good with that sort of stuff.
yep.
But I did read it. And
You think of Burgess brothers, they weren't scoring tries out the wazoo, were they?
No.
So,
No, that is awesome.
pretty
Good
fucking
on
cool
him.
memory for him.
yeah.
They're building something, and I just hope they can hang on to some players because there has been a lot of talk this week about how an old mate from Channel 9 just in there probing and digging like he's fucking always does about this clause that's in Luai's contract, how he's got it's a 5-year deal, but it's not really. It's only a 2 with an option of extending to 3. So he's got until the deadline's like March or April next year to invoke that
Yeah,
clause.
right.
So
See,
the old man was spot on when he Instagrammed it. Remember? And
Yeah.
it's true and everyone knew, but now the date's been revealed and shit. And it's like, well, fuck, man, surely he's got to stay.
Look, I don't know Jerome personally.
No.
But no. But he obviously winning the premierships he has. Going to a new club was a pretty big call for him. I just can't see why he wouldn't stay and try and build something with Benji that he obviously
Yeah.
has a good relationship
I agree.
with. And you just go, well, what? You've already won premierships. You'd be passionate about sticking in with this new club that's invested in you, hey?
Yeah, mate.
Him and
I-
Taruva have been vocal about backing their coach as well.
Yeah.
It would be ludicrous if they fucking backflipped on it.
I don't think
I
they-
agree with you. I just know that what the Tigers have been through in the past, and it doesn't always stack up.
I
when
think it's
people-
on
when-
Benji's mind too.
Yeah,
You
it
can
would be,
tell.
for
Like
sure.
in some of the stuff he said in the press, like after the whole Galvin saga, Talon Silva going, it's hard for the media to not go, "Oh, what's going on there?
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
people wanna
100%.
leave?"
But like Benji has said, I don't want people here that don't want to be here.
Yep.
And that's
100%.
fucking great attitude to have. So
I don't want Benji to fail.
Jeezy was up and about on the sideline.
Fuck,
Good on
you
him.
would be. You would be.
He was up and about. Obviously, some positive, lots of negative towards the end. But he was, he wasn't a happy boy at the end, but he was down on the sideline. I love to see that.
You'll take the 2 points.
Yep. And yeah, Manly decided to just do Manly stuff.
Yep.
One like they should have. Brookvale was humming.
It was.
about
Sunday, 4 points. Sell
It's
out.
back.
Yeah, good.
Cole
Maybe
was
I should
looking
put a multi on to stop them.
Cole was looking pretty dangerous too.
Yeah.
Just elusive,
Turbo's
hard to
looking good
tackle.
out in
Yeah.
the centres.
Yep. Not having to
They-
run as many meters.
They
mate.
blew a try as well, him and Garrick. Like they should have probably put more points on. But yeah, it's looking like it's working. That's two weeks in a row. So
Pretty much a full strength side too, having people not selected in the Origin team, really, isn't it?
Olakawatu injured.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But I mean, what they can field at the moment, it's not
Yeah.
like they were affected where, Latrell and stuff like that
Yeah.
being out for the Rabbits, but still a good win.
Yeah,
Yep,
for
you'll
sure.
definitely take it.
For sure. Have we got a where are Manly? Are
They're
they
8th.
Oh, they're in the 8?
Yep,
Righto.
after that
See,
win.
their seasons are going a bit like Brisbane's because we expect so much. Like, they're in the 8, Manly, but lots of their fans would be thinking, oh, this has been a shit season, you know?
It's been, I feel like Brisbane's was great, shit, great again. Whereas
That was week to
Manly's,
week.
Yeah, Manly's is just shit, great, shit, great, shit, great, shit, great.
Yeah.
So they're a momentum team.
And look, I can't believe where the Chooks are.
How many
to be
rounds are
honest.
left? What's around 19? So what, 7?
Be 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Buys and that.
yeah, 7 games of footy left, but I think it's 27 rounds in total.
Yeah. But yeah, I did not have the Chooks here, just sniffing around the 8. But that Hugo Savalo, fuck, he's good. I fucking love him, mate.
He's a gun.
Yeah.
Good to watch.
So we'll have to see what happens. I really, really, really want the Dolphins to make the 8.
Me too,
I do
dude.
too.
Really
I'd love
want
to
them
see
in
that.
there. Just to lift the up off the ground.
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine a
get
Bronx-
the, really, everyone who lives in the, just really getting behind their team, the.
Imagine a Bronx versus the at Suncorp finals.
for a final, like
Battle
an
of
elimination or
Wheezy.
something.
Battle of the.
I think the team you really like, everyone's not going to want to play the Panthers in the finals. I can tell you that
Fuck
much.
no. If
It's hard to
there is a
believe, to be
chance-
honest, where they were dead last
Yeah.
and looking shit.
Do you remember 2018? This is a bit left field. Do you remember 2018 World Cup football groper where England and Colombia had a battle?
soccer.
Yeah, a battle of who to lose so they could have an easier run in the finals, like the knockout stage.
Oh,
I can
not off the top
sense.
of my head,
Surely, if Brisbane are 5th and say Penrith are 8th,
It's hard to throw a game, though.
Let's lose so we can be 6th, still get a home final, and just avoid Penrith.
Yeah, but then they'll probably win and finish 7th.
no, it would just they'll just follow us.
That's all right. We'll get them.
Yeah. One day.
So I've just seen something interesting in the team list photo, boys. David Fafita
David.
got his big melon there, and Benny Hunt.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
Benny Hunt is due to be back.
We should
Fafita, see where he is.
We'll do the tipping,
Man,
eh, or-
because how old is Dave Fafita? He's only mid-20s still, isn't he?
I'll look that up for you right now. I know we do love to just guess.
So David is playing off the bench,
right.
number 16.
25.
Because, man, fuck.
Wow.
Like, he has...
Yeah.
That's something we got to remember. That cunt is nearly unstoppable in the right mood.
Yeah.
Like,
He's got
fucking
10
surely
years to turn it
someone...
around.
Fafita.
Surely someone can bring that ability out of him, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like,
Is he
come
too
on,
cushy
brother.
at the moment out of average club making too much money? Does he need to go back to fighting
Brisbane.
week to week?
Yeah, I don't know. We will talk about that when we get there because it's a
Yeah. Let's do it. But
Friday night. Sharks Dolphins. At Battle of
Is
the
that a
fucking-
shark fin or is that a
Battle of the
dolphin
dorsal?
fin?
Oh, fins up, cunt.
Battle of the dorsal.
doors.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the dorsal derby. Shout out to fucking Rob. He scored another good try on the weekend. Rob's
Oh,
contested. Yeah, that's what I said, Rob.
I thought you were having a stutter.
Yeah, the dorsal derby's brilliant.
Dorsal
Who's
derby.
taking the dorsal derby?
Points bet on
Fins
a
up.
Friday
Fins.
night.
Yeah, right. I
Hammer
think
back up, hopefully.
I've just lost all faith in Sharks
You
this
can't
year for
trust the
some
Sharks,
reason.
can
I could just see Dolphins playing really well compared to the Sharks playing.
I can see
really
Sharks starting hot and then just going to shit. I
Going to
think they have
fucking-
really lacked in the back end of games.
Very close
recently.
though.
They might-
49% Sharks, 51% Fins.
They
Well,
might
it's the
stand
dorsal.
up for the dorsal, yeah. That's right. Newey, Melbourne.
Jesus.
Melbourne.
Yeah, I think a pongerless Newcastle is going to struggle.
I think Newcastle would
They
struggle.
did anyway, yeah. But you just,
I don't think
Yeah.
they win a game for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
It's
Newcastle
pretty-
at Ponged still sucks.
it's probably safe to say Munster won't back up. And
Yeah.
then
You'd assume
you
not.
just don't
I
know. At
Who
McDonald Jones, you never know, but we'll go with the form of Melbourne. Oh, here we go. This is an actual.
Well, it's the Anzac Day.
Oh, how's that one for?
But it's in July.
Dragons, Roosters, Nostrada Jubilee.
I don't know.
That's in Sydney. That's not at the Gong. So
I think Roosters might back up here. I think they will be...
Hugo, mate.
Yeah. Hugo.
Yeah, I'm going
They're going to
Chooks.
be filthy.
They'll be ready to
surely.
come out and get a win.
Yep.
After that, obviously they got shocked in the first 20
Yeah.
last week, so they'll be up and about early. I think this is a must win for the Dogs.
Well, Reid Marnie's about to find out what it's like to go long, hot and shit.
Yeah, this is a dead set must win for the Dogs. I reckon if
agree.
they lose here, it'll be
Alarm bells are ringing.
And then shit starts getting in their head when it might not even be true. Like, you
Yep.
know, when you just, people start talking and then you go, oh, fuck off. It's not even like that. But you
Yeah.
start thinking about
A
it.
young team too.
As soon as shut cunts up and win.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Yep. Oh, there's more. Not this one, but the next one. What do we do with the Wars without Metcalf?
I think they win this purely because it's at home.
I'm
But
going the Tigs for an upset.
I thought
I think the
maybe that
Wars-
too. This is on Sunday, so you'll probably get Luai over there to play.
Well, from Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we're over in fucking
Yeah. And
the other side of the earth.
It's going to be a tough rest of the season. Like I
reckon,
I
yeah.
think they're going to fall out of the top four.
Who are they?
Whether it's Brisbane or Penrith or someone comes in, I think
who's
Wars going to
Tanner Boyd? Oh, he's all right. He played for the Titans.
Yeah, he'll
He
do
was
a job.
Titans halfback. He'll do a job.
Ah, yeah,
He'll do enough for them to win this game. Can't see how long term how it's going to go.
What are you
for them.
going, Grapes?
Oh, I'm going to tip the Wars, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't shock me
Nah.
to see
There's
the
your each
Tigs.
way.
I'm going a bit of Tig action.
Here we go. The fucking Western Sydney fucking derby.
Wait till you see what's after that.
That's what I said at the start.
Oh, that's what you want.
Wow, here we go.
What
Here we
is
go.
this show?
Shut up.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about
No
that,
more.
guys. Well, we just got in with 3.
Yeah. Penrith
Yeah.
will beat
It has
the
to be
Eels.
I
Penrith.
agree.
And this is,
Oh, what about
they
the
call
actual-
it the M1 derby.
Yeah.
This.
Say
the
it
M1 derby. Brisbane must win.
Brisbane will
Must.
surely
Must.
win.
A returning, when you went to look where Fafita was playing, I was like, don't, because I saw what the game was between.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to let out a big. I was excited about a team selection call that I
He's
was.
coming off the bench again,
Yes.
David, which is obviously helps us.
Also,
Yeah, I'd always put my million-plus player that I built my club around off the bench too.
what I'm stoked about.
well, we don't. We put Haas
Yeah.
on. And
Yeah.
we start.
We just
Reece.
break him.
That's a good side on the right hand side of that page. I'll tell you that.
That's
much.
our best 13.
Wow.
100%. Health wise, everyone fit. That's our best.
Carrigan
13.
at lock. Love that.
Love it.
Willison starting.
I-
Oh my goodness gracious!
I
me.
really like Ben Hunt being at 9 and Billy at 14
Oh,
because
there's Benny Hunt.
So they've dropped. Hang on. Whoa! Who's going to play all the fucking minutes up front?
what do you mean,
Well, we got Walters and Smoothie off
mate?
the fucking
Didn't you see
bench.
what position Tyson played on Friday night?
I don't
He played
care.
front row.
We need fucking
Yeah.
more cattle.
Look, Kobe's going to be doing a lot of minutes in the middle, it seems, but Corey Jensen injured, so that's the thoughts behind that.
Why is Jesse Arthur's not starting? We got
Injured.
The bloody good. Well, he's been named in the reserves.
Well, they were both injured last week, so I'm assuming that's why.
We've
But,
got the bloody 20 horsepower Mariner on the
He
wing.
didn't have a terrible game.
No,
to
I
be
know,
fair.
but I'd rather have Jesse Arthur's. He's been really good.
Okay, I
this year.
take back my statement about best 13 because I didn't realise that Arthur's wasn't playing.
Yeah, 20 horse.
But yeah, I wouldn't say worried, but I felt like Madge would keep Pakes at 9 or put
Same.
him to 14 and then do something with Ben Hunt. But this makes sense. Try Ben Hunt at 9. Billy Walters comes on and he's been changing the game. So
Poor old Pakes has been pretty good. That's
yeah,
pretty
but he's a bit
stiff.
erratic.
It's good.
He's
I
a
reckon
bit
it's
too
good to see
erratic.
Billy Walters playing well, Like
Yeah,
after the shit with his old boy, everyone's
yeah.
like, yeah, there's no way he's going to stay in the team.
Oh,
and he's
100%.
fucking well deserved.
He's been playing
there.
so well.
Yeah.
He's like
What a way to
he
shut
has
cunts
changed
up.
the game a few times
Yeah.
when he's come on.
Good on him.
And Blake Moser, everyone, I was keen to see how he would make his way into this team, re-signing, but he's just broken his jaw. So he won't be nipping at this team for the pretty much rest of the year.
I think, we may be a little bit light on for forwards, but when you got Haas that can play massive minutes, Carrigan can play the fucking full game. This is all not off the back of Origin, though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we'll
Overs
see.
and unders on Haas with cortisone injections.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Fuck, he's
7
going to
of
have a few.
can we just quickly touch on poor old Selwyn last week? He had an absolute Barry.
I before everyone goes, we couldn't do much better. I'm gonna just say he had a terrible game.
Yeah, and he's a
I know I
professional
would
footballer.
suck, but gee, he had a stink.
I didn't get to
Yeah.
watch the second half, but yeah, it wasn't awesome.
No,
the first
he
one.
had a
I don't know.
Lacked a lot of confidence, it seemed.
Yeah, as you would though.
Yeah.
Oh, hey mate, you're not going to play. Also, we've moved you on. You can go to but we need you to play fullback
Yeah.
this week.
Against the Dogs. Go down to Sydney and just fucking play out of
Go
your
down to
skin.
shit Sydney where it's probably going to be wet and play fullback. Into him.
Yeah. But even under the high ball, he just didn't look confident.
Oh, it all-
Defensively,
yeah.
he wasn't roaming around. You just went, oh.
But guess what? He won the game. So,
Yeah, exactly right.
but we'll be interested to see. This was always the plan. Like the loose plan was to have Walsh, Ezra, Reynolds, Hunt as the spine. Like when they got Hunt, and then obviously with the shit that went on and Mann was out,
Yep.
Hunt had to play 5'8". But this was always the loose plan.
No, Ben Hunt is a fucking gun.
Great 9.
Gun.
Some of his best
Why didn't we
footy has-
recall him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of his best footy has been in the 9 jersey for Queensland.
Oh, for sure.
Not playing,
Dozer!
not playing 7 for
Oh,
fucking Dragons.
Yeah. Yep. All right. That's enough. We always carry on about the Bronx, Jason. I hate doing it.
I love it.
I know.
I know the listeners don't, but I do.
That's why I don't like it. Bit of fucking AFL, eh? Quickly.
Yeah.
We got it. We're going to have to step on it here, boys. 'cause
Well,
I've
it was a
got
pretty lackluster round, let's be honest. Like,
Well,
Dogs come
40
out-
plus, no good, Tom.
Neither were the other two legs.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually checked. I thought, oh, they could still maybe get the 40 plus when it was third quarter. And then I looked at the disposals.
Win's a win, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll take
Get
it.
crowing. Get in. Get
North
in.
actually had an all right crack for 3 quarters, and then they just let the Dogs walk over them in the 4th.
Who's this?
North Melbourne versus the Bulldogs on Thursday night.
Oh, was that on Thursday?
That was. And
Did you
then-
see Dennis Pagan's pump up?
I didn't see it, but I knew that
It was like
Alex
live.
Clarkson was getting him in. Yeah, it's pretty fucking.
Yeah, it was a bit strange.
It's pretty strange that I'm not sure on the significance of the game, but why did they do it for
Oh,
that?
it was something to do with North's fucking certain amount of time. I don't want to say 100 years if it wasn't, but it probably was something like that.
Okay, that would make a bit more sense.
Yeah. There was a reason for it, but it was still a bit like,
How's that? The 3 teams on the same
all on
points on the ladder.
44. Wow.
Third, fourth, and fifth. That's pretty cool.
It's close.
Yeah, but I just like do it in the sheds or something. It was a bit forced. It was
Well,
a
it
bit
felt like,
strange.
a bit of aura farming is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
current
yeah.
words getting around.
But
mate.
he said that the few of you blokes that got a bit to show from last week, like
Oh.
he got into them. So
Yeah. That's a bloke who knows a thing or two about winning.
yeah.
A
Carlton.
team that doesn't know a thing or two about winning is Carlton.
Are we talking Carlton? Are we
Oh,
going
we've
there?
rinsed them enough.
We have, and it was not good. Again.
No. And it showed,
They played for a quarter.
yeah, exactly. It was a small crowd for a game of that significance because it was a Carlton home crowd. And the fans don't want to put themselves through that pain, and I get it. I don't get the pain you're going through, but I get why you don't want to go.
Yeah.
So, Carlton, they're fucked, bro. Like, we mentioned their draw coming up. They got Lions this week.
Yeah, they're gone. I just don't
Dog.
see. I can't see a way that they don't sack poor old Vossi.
Heads got to roll.
There's no way you can't have that much noise and not do something.
But
No,
off the back of what you said, Jace, and I don't really know that much, but surely it's more than the coach.
It is.
Like,
I
surely
know,
you-
but
it
it's
stems
always the
further up.
coach that gets the fucking.
Because they're probably
arse.
the ones who make
If-
the decisions and they can't fuck themselves off. Right, I'm going to fucking
Yeah.
fire myself.
Boys, I'll put my hand up. I'm walking.
I saw. So they graffitied up the club, the fans, a couple of weeks ago. And did we say this?
We
already?
said it last week. Yeah.
Fuck it.
I didn't want to cut you off there, but
Well, just fucking cut me.
if there's a world where Michael Voss keeps his job though, and he comes in next year, the amount of pressure is going to be on that bloke to win.
I don't reckon.
That's why
I reckon if he keeps his job for next year, he goes, right, if I don't win the first 5 games, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
So
that's what
pressure's off.
they'll just go, right, Vossi, like, I can't believe this bloke's still in here. He needs to fucking win. Like, it's almost better to just cut it off and go.
I know. I don't see a way that they can't now, especially like unless they win 4 in a row or something, which they're just not
It's
gonna.
not happening.
But yeah, it's just disappointing. How many tips did you just get, boys? I missed
I had another perfect round.
in the AFL.
I did,
Is that
yep.
2 in a row?
2 in a row.
Not
Really?
$1 was had again.
Not $1 was had.
I
got 8.
I only got Sydney versus Freo wrong.
Yeah, I got same fuckers. Fucking Freo.
I tipped to Sydney on that one.
Oh well, obviously, if you got them all right.
Wow.
Okay, I was just
Very
stating that I remember
snappy.
last week that was one we were throwing up in the air.
In grabs.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
well, I'm about to go, so I've got to rip.
Right.
West Coast got flogged by the Giants. I did not watch a second. All I want to say is Harley Reid bringing it on himself by the way that he behaves on the field, all the external media stuff, because, man, they are so hard on him for a kid, 19-year-old kid. I know all the
How
extra
often does it
pressure
happen, though?
comes with being a number 1 draft pick.
Well,
but-
what's he doing externally?
No, on the field,
Oh.
like he's carries on a bit and he's rough with players and all that sort of shit. And like it is
right.
very, you wouldn't think a first year player would do it. Is he first year player?
Second.
Second year player, sorry, mate. But he does, and he is very good, but his numbers aren't stacking up and everyone's going in on him because it is West Coast. Like, if it was the Giants, no one would give a fuck. But because it's over in Perth and that's their...
The Western media as well, that's like their whole
exactly,
sports is
exactly.
just built off.
They haven't
West
got
Coast.
the Bears yet, so...
No, exactly.
Yeah, I do feel a bit for him, but yeah, that does
Look,
come.
if-
You almost want to go number 2 in the draft.
Yeah.
You don't want to go 1.
Oh, is it? He's got the skill, and he showed like that his play style is just flair in general. He's
Yeah.
that big, strong body. So when he's going to be rough and he's brute, you see it in every sport. You see, like, look
Yeah.
at Reece Walsh when he came onto the spotlight in the NRL, and then you get a bit like Lippy in games and cheeky, and then he's just always going to be. that
Surely he is just
bloke.
waiting for as soon as his contract goes and he's like, fucking see ya.
Oh, Harley.
Yeah.
It is the worst kept secret
I
in
know,
the
and
AFL.
it's fucked. It shouldn't be like
It's just a matter of whether it's going to be Essendon or Geelong, essentially.
that. Oh, here we go. The old fucking farmers again.
Yep, we'll give him a farm. We'll give him a cotton on contract.
Yeah, just
He'll be
fucking
sweet.
Cheat again.
Few surfboards.
He would go well down at Torquay too.
He would, you know where he'd go well? Having blonde hair and a headband. You could fucking say, oh, this is Mark Blitzarves, and they'd go, yeah, it is, you're right. There is about 10 other blokes waiting with a headband for him.
Old Davidson.
Old motorbike. Wow.
Glass. Where are we here? The Coast. That was a must-win for them.
Yes.
And they won.
They have.
Good to
Their
see.
season's back on
They're
track.
another team I will really want to see make the 8.
Yep. I was going to say that before. I really want to see the Suns.
Yeah, it'd be just great.
How far off are they?
They're in the 8.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. But they had a couple of slip-ups there recently, but hopefully they're back on track now. They get a couple more wins and they're just right in the hunt.
Have they got a decent draw?
They're only one.
I think it's a
don't
bit
know.
tough. I think it gets tougher at this back end.
Oh, they got
because had an
Collingwood
easy
Friday
start.
night. So that's not going to be easy,
No,
obviously.
Collingwood and then Adelaide.
Oh,
at the
fuck
Oval.
there.
I think their tougher games are coming
2
up
top
now.
4s and then Brisbane. Wow. That's 3 top 4 sides in 3 weeks.
That's really tough.
And then they got Richmond
I would love to see him in the finals. Imagine them versus GWS in the
in the GF.
what? Yeah, they could be have 4 people. What do they call it? Their little cup. Because they're
the expansion
expansion
cup.
cup.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it. Imagine the expansion cup with 15,000 at NG in
Yeah.
a prelim.
Yeah.
Fucking go off.
Geelong flogged Richmond. Well done.
As you
Moving
should.
on.
Jeremy Cameron might be the only player to reach 1,000 goals. That's all I'll say.
Turn it up.
Mate,
Come on, mate.
Fucking watch it.
Brisbane made it a little bit tougher for themselves against Port, but hey, win's a win, and it was nearly 30 points. Hawthorn, likewise, thought we were going to
Win's
just
a win.
stamp all over them, but that is just a classic win's a win.
Yeah. When you look at a game like that against St Kilda, you just go, win is a win.
Yep.
Few wins a win.
And then Sydney turned up. I don't know. obviously you mentioned it last week, Jace, about Freo not travelling and all the rest of it. Yeah. Oh well.
Sydney are a team that, like we've mentioned about how star-studded
They'll
their
be good
squad
next
is.
year.
They'll be good next year. This is just an off year, and they can win a game like that, but they're 3 wins away from being in contention of the top 8.
Did you see?
I feel like they're left too late.
They have. Did you see your mate before the first bounce?
Papley. What's he done now?
Fuck, it's hard to watch. I was just like, you are just such a little shit stirring fuck, And it worked, but
He knows how to get under skin.
Oh, sorry.
What'd he do?
I've got the wrong game. This was last week
Against the Dogs.
Against the Dogs.
That was
yeah.
a fiery contest.
He
to be
went
fair.
straight to Darcy.
Oh,
What's his
Sam
first name?
Darcy.
Sam Darcy. Before the first bounce, big tall key forward, and little Paps is just fucking into him straight up, and now his jersey's getting ripped.
Oh, you should be able to just go, fucking crack, you little cunt. Fuck
Pretty
off.
much can if the umpire's got his back turned.
Yeah, well, the whistle hadn't been blown to start the game. So.
Yeah.
But that's part of being a little bloke, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
knowing that they can't touch you. It's like he's like, right, I'm
Yeah,
going to go
yeah.
get straight under this fucker's skin.
It's
Yeah.
a small forward job. Every team needs a small forward who can just niggle.
Some bloke with little man syndrome just steaming around.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
does.
And then you blokes, Tommy, got the win. Got the win. That's all that matters. Another win's a win.
Do they play
Classic.
shit? Like, I didn't get
Didn't
to watch it.
I
Nah.
didn't get a chance either.
But like we said, like you said before, wins a win, eh?
Yeah, still in the top 4. Top. Collingwood look like they've got the minor premiership.
That's locked up, I think.
They're 10 points clear. That's 2.5 games.
Fucking
So
hell.
I can't, even if like there's a couple tough games they have coming up and they lose, like, I think they've sailed home.
but 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, probably all the way down to 9th. There's only a game in it, apart from Brisbane, who had the draw. They've got the game and a half little break.
If you slip up from 3rd to 9th, if you're any of those teams, you can be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, string
Crazy,
a couple of losses together and you fucking,
Well, then you look at your percentage there, though, Tom, and it is almost the best in the comp other than Collingwood. That's going to help.
That's making
that is
a
going to
big-
be really handy.
Big difference. And I think teams, there's no way that they're not looking at games like Geelong against Richmond where you're going, we need all 4 quarters foot on the throat because percentage is going to play a big thing here. Like, you've got a win's a win against St Kilda.
Yeah, it's
Now,
like
you've
don't
got
take
118.
Percentage is down,
Yeah,
Yes.
but that game against North, there's no way they wouldn't go in out there going, oi, 4th quarter,
Keep
we're
going,
not
yeah.
falling asleep. We need a percentage boost.
Yeah. Righto, tipping. We've really got to stand on it.
All right,
I'm just
Lions.
gonna have to
Yeah,
go.
Lions has
Lions.
by a lot. Oh, this is the points margin too. Let's go 65.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 6 goals because it's at Marvel. Collingwood. Oh, there's a lot of tipping here for the Suns. They do play well at People's First. I'll tell you that much. They're pretty well. They've locked in there, but
Well, fuck it, I'm
Collingwood
going.
in a close one.
I'd love to see them win.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I'm going to
going
tip them.
I'm nervous to break my fucking 2 perfect weeks.
Yeah.
This will be a great game. I'm going to go Dogs.
Are ya?
I think just the travel.
Wow, look at the percentages on this app.
If Adelaide,
78 for the Dogs.
Wow, I'm
This is
tipping
purely
Adelaide.
down to home ground advantage.
Oh, yeah, Marvel.
If it was at Adelaide Oval, Adelaide win this.
I'm tipping Adelaide. I've got a lot of away teams here. Yeah. Adelaide, I think Geelong should probably beat the
Yeah, I'm going
Giants at
Geelong.
NG, but
That'll
it
be-
is NG.
Yeah, it might be like.
I'm tipping GWS.
It's not going to be intimidating. It'll be so shit that the boys might fall down to its level. That's what I'm
Possibly,
worried
yeah.
about. tipping
Essendon,
them, obviously.
this will be a ripper. Richmond, Essendon.
Wow.
Just a couple of sides that are just struggling.
Oh, just a nice
Slinging
main one,
poo.
7:30 on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Oh, God, I
this is
hate this.
tough.
I hate this.
I'm going Freo.
Yeah, it's
Bounce back
probably not
at home.
Hawks
That's
to fly
for
long.
yous.
Yeah.
Good game.
Freo at Optus, though, coming off a loss.
Yeah.
I hate that for
That's
us.
exactly my thoughts.
Hate that for us. But I'll tip the Hawks, obviously. I'll tip the D's against North, but tell you what, just quietly, I'd love to see North fucking show up
Wouldn't hate for him to win.
for Dennis Pagan.
I will tip D's too.
We've got St Kilda against the St George Dragons.
I'm going the Dogs.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Dragons fucked up and put Swans or something on their jersey. They fucked
NRLW
up
as
spelling
well.
the
Done
other
it
day.
again.
Who the fuck's doing that?
I don't know. They've got.
They need a
surely
sack.
that's a new person because the last person got sacked.
Yeah.
Or
Whoever's
imagine-
training these
Although
blokes
they
up.
got a bit of media traction from it, like everyone,
Maybe it's on
you know,
purpose.
Imagine going up and saying, "See this, mate? Do ya?" Like, fuck's sake.
I'm going
Anyway.
to tip the Saints.
Me
I'm
too.
going
The
Swannies.
Kilda, not the Dragons.
Oh,
Bloods fans will show up here.
no, I'm going Sydney.
And I'm going Port.
Yep, me too.
Definitely.
Geez, that's a bit of left field tipping from me. Boys, we won the cricket.
Yeah, but not.
Again, because of our bowling quartet, we had a couple of good knocks. Green got a 50. That'll probably lock him away for 5 years in the side.
Smudge a few runs on the board too, which
Yeah,
is just good
we
to
looked
see.
really good when they were out there. And then, it was just the same old. We were 2 for 4 in the second innings. Usman gone, Constas gone. I was like, but look, win's a win. A win is a fucking win.
I just want to see this third test be proper, go out there and just annihilate. So that
We
I
are.
go,
We
"Ashes looks
are.
all right."
Pat Cummins said it best in his interview. He said the England-India game was another belter of a pitch. It was a fucking road.
Yeah.
Shubman Gill almost scored the most runs of all time of anyone in a test match, I think. Or maybe he got there. No. Sorry. He's the only player to score a double century and 150 in the same game.
Wow.
So he got 269 and 161 in the second innings.
Jesus.
And he almost scored the most runs in a game ever. He was second. India just piled on the pain. They won by 300 and something runs in the end.
Wow.
But yeah, it went into day 5 as it does. So it was like watching 2 different games here, 2 different sports, Cummins reckons, because of what they're playing on over there and what their English and Indian teams are playing on in England. He's like, it's literally like 2 different sports.
Yeah.
It's right. We don't want to. We've been saying for so long now about Australia and the pitches we've been given recently, but that series is really highlighting what we're dealing with.
Yeah. It's good to see the Poms turning on roads, though, just to see people score runs. But, geez, it's tough on the old bowlers.
They're probably, yeah. I read something that's saying when they go to Lords, they're going to play Jofra Archer potentially, and they want more pace and bounce. So we might see a pitch change.
Well, they've
in favour of
actually
bowling for that.
I heard Michael Vaughan, I think it was him, or Nasser Hussain, one of them, former England captain, talking about Jofra Archer and how he hasn't played that enough cricket to warrant being selected.
He's barely played first
He's like,
class.
because of the pitches you're playing on, you expect, okay, mate, go and bowl 6 or 7 overs, have a spell, come back. You expected to keep backing up. In the heat, it's meant to be 30-something degrees, which is quite hot for up in the northern hem. He reckons that he won't be up for it. So it'll be interesting to see if they pick him. 1-1 now in that series. England, India. Australia have won 2. They've won the series. It's 2-0 with a test to play. I'd love to see someone score 100. But it obviously just depends on the wicket we're going to get. So.
Wouldn't mind Constas gets 50, Greenie gets 50, Uzi gets 50.
Someone stand up.
But like wicket shit or not, it'd be great to see someone fucking grit out 100.
Yeah.
Like as in, cunts have
Yeah.
scored 100 before on a shit wicket. Yeah. And it'd be great to see one of our blokes do that.
Other than Smudge. It seems like whenever
Yeah.
conditions are tough, it's Smudge comes on and he really
And he makes it
calms
look
the
easy.
storm.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, fuck, can't be that bad. And then, anyway. I'm probably don't give so many compliments out to the English side, usually. And this isn't a compliment towards them. But if I'm them and I'm coming to Australia this summer for the Ashes, I am looking at our batting lineup and going, we've got a golden chance here. We have got a big, big chance at doing something that is very hard to do because they are vulnerable. That top 6 is, yes, they've got the best quartet bowling in the world, but we have been making a lot of runs. England have, let's be honest. They've got Harry Brook, Joe Root. They've just been piling them on.
Even the openers.
Their openers go out
Ben
and slap
Duckett
it
and Zach
away.
Crawley are terrifying.
I can't stand Duckett just because of his
Height.
gnomeness, but anyway,
He does look like a gnome.
he does, man. I can't look at him. And
You
he's
look at him
probably
in
a
your
good
garden
bloke,
every
but I
day.
can't look at him. But they are good at the top of the order. They go out and attack.
Yeah.
So they're coming over with a confident batting lineup against a batting lineup that is very, very low on confidence. So, mate,
But it's a
One that
tale
we
of
don't
two
even know what's
teams.
going to be yet.
yeah, it's their time, I reckon, to come out and actually go, hey, we should come into this with some confidence, not let's try not lose 5-0.
Yeah. It's literally our bowling attack versus the batting attack.
But this will be a I remember that 2013-14 series. England were favourites coming into that.
yeah,
So
coming off the back of 2010.
yeah, we hadn't won an Ashes series for a while. And it was like, righto, we're in for a bit more of the same here because England were that solid. And it was fucking 5-0 Mitchell Johnson. Hello.
We also haven't lost a test against England at home since 2010. Essentially, my entire life has been us just pounding them the fuck
Yeah.
into the core of the
So they
earth
beat
in
us.
Australia.
We won 5-0 in 06-07. And then we lost at home in 2010-11, 3-1. And since then, it's gone 5-0, 4-0.
5-0. Oh, was it 4-0?
It's all fours.
Because wasn't the
One
one
would
in
have got rained out, wouldn't it?
Bellerive
Yeah.
got rained out or something last time?
But
they were out.
they haven't got a win since 2010. So,
Yeah. Let's keep it that way,
yeah.
eh?
Let's bit of fighting, do we?
Yeah, well, you brought it up, Grove. Serrano versus Taylor 3
Mate,
this
that
week.
second fight was probably one of the best I've watched.
Mate, I don't often go, fuck yeah, a chick's fight. And
Yeah.
that's nothing. It's just, I don't get fired up by it, but that one does.
Yeah.
Those two. And I reckon Serrano was absolutely
man.
fucking pathetically grubbed.
That was bullshit.
So I'm glad
I've never
it's
seen anything like, and it happens a lot, but I've never been so clear cut in
Fucking
my head
oath.
like she won
Yeah,
that. And
sitting
they-
there going, oh, that was a pretty good win from Serrano there.
Yeah.
Hey? Yeah, so... but-
and that was with half her face missing
Yeah.
because she got headbutted early.
So I think it's going to be just an entertaining fight again.
Yeah.
No matter how many times those two fight, if
Yeah.
I'm not doing something, I'll be fucking watching it. So that'll
Just
be
a
good.
proper bar stink.
And then, UFC card this weekend. There's a couple of Aussies fighting in it. So Jake Matthews is fighting in the prelims. And then we have Junior Tafa fighting at the start of the main card, I believe. And that's headlined by Derek Lewis versus Taliesin Taxira. He's the bloke who fucking knocked out Justin Tafa when we were there live, that big tall. And then Stephen Thompson's fighting as well.
Is he?
Calvin Catter.
As in
Yeah,
Wonder Boy.
Kickboxer, yeah.
How's
Yeah.
he still going?
So that's just a fight night card. It's not a pay-per-view or anything, but yeah. Just saw a couple of Aussies having a crack in there.
Copy.
Bit of shout out.
Stinking.
F1, British Grand Prix, very, very entertaining because it pissed down. It
Yeah,
fucking
nice.
pissed down. Yeah.
There's a
So,
rain over there, much.
Yeah. Nico Hulkenberg finished third. The longest streak, the most amount of starts ever to get on the podium for the first time.
It's like
Really?
15 years of racing, isn't it?
269 stars or something, and he finished third.
How's
the
that for
first
just
time.
shipping away?
Did you see what they gave him to?
Shipping.
And Oscar, I saw an interview of Oscar actually pointing it out. They said, oh, how's it feel to get your first ever podium? And they give you a trophy made out of Lego.
Oh, true.
It was a little Lego
Wow.
fucking trophy.
Did they?
They did.
Who the fuck?
But it was a very interesting race. Verstappen actually qualified fastest. It was a bullshit qualifying lap. He is just unreal. He has not got his car in the best order, but he's that good that he fucking still put on a lap like that. So he ended up not finishing very high in the pecking order. The big controversy was Oscar Piastri was leading the race. There was a safety car. Now, I am literally going off highlights here. I did not even look it up what it was for, but from the highlights, I'm going to make it up and assume it was for an incorrect restart. So
yeah.
when you're the leader and the safety car fucks off,
Yep.
it's up to you when you restart the race. So you can just putt along doing 20 clicks
And then-
bang. And
Yep.
they usually do it around a corner.
Yeah.
And he sort of looked like he took off and then slowed down, and Verstappen had to veer out of the way, and he got a 10-second time penalty for it.
Oh, for grubbing him, like half
For
going
sort
and
of like,
stopping.
it looked like he'd restarted and taken off,
Yeah.
and then he didn't. But it was a very, very harsh penalty, according to everyone. Like, it was almost not right.
Yeah.
So he ended up losing by 4 or 5 seconds in the end. And yeah, it's
Someone has just jammed their brakes going, what? And just
Yeah,
blowing up about
Verstappen.
you being wrong right now.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. But that's what it looked like to me. And as far as I could tell, it was a bull, like, from the reaction of all the drivers afterwards, Oscar was like, I thought it was pretty harsh.
Yeah,
the
righto.
penalty. So, bit unfortunate. The Drivers' Championship, Lando won.
Yeah.
So, it got a little bit smaller again, but Oscar finished second. So, and yeah, big Nico finished fucking third
Good
for
on
the
him.
first time ever. The old fucking chipping away.
Hulkenberg. That sounds like he should be a bodybuilder or some sorts, not
Yeah.
an F1 driver.
Or a Brazilian footballer. Hulk.
Bloke who's not nice when he's angry.
Boys, CTC Captain of the Week.
Yeah.
Obviously brought to you by Country Trucker Caps. Head to
Kips?
Kips.
Kips.
They sell them over there too, my bro.
That's what they call 'em.
Head to countrycompanies.com to cop one or countrytruckercaps.com. Fuck me, I'm busted. .com to design your very fucking own. Get around them. Who are we thinking, boys?
Well, it's not Australian cricket teams. They haven't impressed
Nah,
us
no
enough.
one really. You'd almost got to give it to.
Are you thinking Broncos?
No.
Gonna
Fuck
say,
off, cunt.
please do
No,
not.
well, like, do you give it to Shubman Gill for that batting performance? 269 into 161.
Against the Poms, I'm happy with that.
Against the Poms. It does. It seems a bit strange.
It
but
does seem strange.
Look, I haven't got a better
Well,
idea.
what if we stick with the theme of what we've done the last 2 Origins?
Oh, wait till after the Origin.
Wait till after
Will
the
Indian
Origin.
give it to him, eh? No,
Oh, yeah.
We'll take that back. Gill. Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Right.
I couldn't help myself. I had to quickly look it up. He got a 10-second penalty for braking behind the safety car. So I don't know what the fuck that means.
Right. All
He hit the light-
acceleration, no brakes.
He hit the brakes as the lights went out on the safety car, and you're not allowed to brake behind the safety car. So
Yeah.
he would have thought, right, safety car's gone. Now I can slow right down and then take off. But anyway, fucking,
Okay.
who cares? My one sounded way better.
It did.
So go with that.
I was entertained.
Is that it?
Yeah,
So
well-
we're waiting till Thursday.
I think so.
Righto.
I think Thursday, obviously this week, the Punch Show is as normal.
Yeah.
And then, next week, Thursdays will be the one show, sports at the start, punting at the end. Fucking bang.
Nothing changes except this episode and Thursday's episode is going to be
Blended.
one big
This will
episode.
be a little bit more condensed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got nothing to do with any of the posting in the next 6 weeks. So when Jace fucks up all the bet slips and that, that's,
You just had to quickly let
That's
everyone
him.
know the mistakes are my fault. Sweet. Thanks,
Before-
mate.
But
Cheers.
JC, we're free to just rubbish this cunt as
Yeah.
much as we want over
Yeah.
the next 6
We
weeks.
have the microphones.
But
You may be
obviously-
doing your impressions, but
Yeah. I'm actually keen to hear that. How you go?
who are you going to
Yeah.
start off with?
Well,
who
I don't know if I'll be able to start on Thursday because, like, I'll be at the airport
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow and shit, so it might be next week.
Yeah, righto.
Next week's one. I'll see how we go tomorrow because I'm going to have to get my bets to yous by Wednesday before I
'cause
take
you'll be
off.
fucking you'll be over the war zone.
Yeah.
You'll get a bit of fucking Wi-Fi in the Doha airport, mate.
Not risking it. Righto, that's all we got time for. Jason Tom will see you Friday, and I'll see yous. Oh, you'll hear from me.
Yeah.
Good.
Where from it? But mate, have a fucking ripper trip.
Will do.
Fuck.
Have a
Nice.
great time. Hit them good in Scotland.
Oh, that's going to be
That'll be
I'm
fun.
so
brilliant,
not
won't it?
jealous of you at all
Can't
for that.
wait. I'll send some photos through.
Yeah, that'll be
Please.
good. Get it in the RLC.
Yeah. Righto.
See you, Reggies. Go Queensland.